Welcome to Conversations with My Real Friends. This is Jennifer Felten. I'm joined by my friend David Hitt.
Hello.
Thank you for joining me, David.
Thank you for asking me.
Of course. So today we're going to be talking about David's experience in real estate. 28 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So it's quite the career, huh?
It's quite the career, and it's quite a while to be in it.
It is. So how did you get into trusts and probates to where you became the expert?
You know, that's a good question. If you're in the business for any length of time, you're going to run across someone passing.
Yes.
And having a probate situation with reference to the property sale, as well as a property that's in trust that has to be sold too. So you can't not, run into one of those or more than one as time goes on, and you become more proficient and knowledgeable about the process each time.
Right. So what are some of the misconceptions people have about trust and probate sales?
Well, the first one is that probate is usually more costly and slower. And I don't know if that's a misconception, but with trusts, they're not complicated. I think some people do think that they're complex, and actually of the two, that one is easiest, more like a traditional sale, particularly if they have their trust already in place and structured correctly.
Right.
So
the misconception that a trust sale is going to be complicated is unlikely, right?
Correct.
If it's done right, it's going to work really well.
Smooth. Yeah.
And where people don't plan and don't think ahead, and then we are in probate, we are having to incur time and cost and.
Yeah, there's that brings up to mind a scenario that I had earlier in my career, where I had a referral of a family that needed to sell their house in LA, and we got an offer on the property.
Right.
We went to open escrow, and then we find out that the trust was not structured properly, and we needed to go to court to get some things changed on there because of some of the heirs. There was a death and a divorce in the scenario, and the wrong person who used to be on the trust was still there, and not the newer person. And so that took a whole year to resolve, and we had to bring in a really good trust attorney, probate attorney, to work it all out. But it took a whole year. But they were very happy at the end when it finally was finished and completed. They could move on.
Yeah. But so not just planning, but keeping up on your planning.
Yeah.
Keeping things up to date, really important.
Keeping your trust reviewed properly every, 5 years or so?
At least,
is a good idea.
Great. Well, thank you for sharing that
experience.
And thank you for joining me.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So if people want to reach out to you, how can they reach you?
That's a good question. You can go to my website at thehitthometeam.com, and my last name is spelled Hitt like Tom, thehitthometeam.com.
Great. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching this episode of Conversations with My Real Friends.